35% of non-married families are. Explains a lot. Marriage is a great, great thing for children, parents, the culture. People said it would reduce the number of abortions. Fact is that nearly 85% of the women having abortions are unmarried. Many of the others are divorced or separated. That's no mystery. When an unmarried woman gets pregnant, abortion is a huge, huge temptation. When a married woman gets pregnant, even if that pregnancy is very inconvenient, she has a context in which that baby can be accommodated. She's married. Even if she doesn't want to be pregnant, she has a husband and support system to help her. Now, most of us know that contraceptives also act as abortifacients. As I've mentioned, most of the time, contraceptives prevent ovulation by making a woman's body think it's pregnant. It also changes the mucus so that the sperm can't get to the egg. So those same hormones that help a woman, again, ovulate and produce mucus are suppressed by the chemical contraceptives. So she doesn't ovulate, she doesn't produce the mucus, she can't get pregnant. But we have to know that, again, as I said, many times a woman might not take the pill the same time every day. She might be taking some other medication that interferes with the workings of the hormones and the chemical contraceptives, and her own hormones might kick in. So she might ovulate, and she might produce just enough mucus to get pregnant. So women using the pill has somewhat a 2 to 10% chance of a breakthrough ovulation. Something like 40 to 50% with Depo-Provera or the patch, that women are still ovulating even though they're using a contraceptive. Now, they may not get pregnant in the more technical sense. They may conceive, and that's really getting pregnant. Again, the sperm goes up the fallopian tube, the egg comes down the fallopian tube, the sperm and the egg meet, they travel down to the endometrium. But again, those hormones that are helping a woman's system prepare for pregnancy are being suppressed by the chemical hormones. So that nice rich endometrium that she was meant to be producing so the new little human being could implant is not a nice rich endometrium because she's been taking chemicals that work against that, right? And so that little human being tries to implant and instead is just sloughed off. And when a woman is taking the pill, Norplant, Depo-Provera, the patch, all these chemical contraceptives, she could be self-aborting a lot. She'll have no idea whether she's conceiving or not conceiving. She has no idea how it's working. This is one of the huge lies. Contraception will improve your sex life. There is an epidemic of sexless marriages in the United States. This is a story that was on the Oprah Winfrey Show. Tom and Deborah are two of the 40 million Americans in sexless marriages. They've been married for 19 years and have 2 teenage kids, but say their sex and intimacy have been reduced to nothing. We kiss, we hug, Tom says. Deborah says she didn't even realize that she and Tom haven't had sex for years. Wife didn't realize she hadn't had sex for years. Between raising kids and working, she says sex feels like work. It's just one more thing on my to-do list, she says. Sometimes she says she even intentionally falls asleep before Tom gets into bed so that she can avoid having to say no to sex. I'm kind of at the point where I could live the rest of my life and not have it again. So, they want to give these women something called pink Viagra. All right? Pink Viagra has testosterone in it because women need testosterone for a sex drive. So these women are taking a contraceptive pill to suppress their sexual desire, and then they're going to give them another pill, testosterone, to increase the sexual desire. Now, I'm convinced that, again, one of the reasons these couples are having sexless marriages is that most of their sex, if not virtually all, they have 2 teenagers, but probably most of their sex has been contracepted sex. And that, again, takes a lot of the excitement out of sex, seriously. Because having the possibility of a baby, again, is a very exciting possibility. It's a very exciting possibility. Again, I give myself to you like I give myself to no other. But if people have been contracepting before marriage, sex doesn't mean much. Again, how when you get married do you turn it into this huge expression of love when it was just an expression of desire for a short physical encounter before marriage? How do you turn it into something spectacular after marriage? Now, some people say, well, these people are both working and they're tired and that's why they're not having sex. Well, I happen to have an amazing number of friends who have a lot of children, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 children. They homeschool these kids. And I want to tell you, they're tired. They know what fatigue is. But that doesn't seem to impact their sexual